one of you sitting out on the Zoom as well as on YouTube. Bata do. Can you hear us out clearly? Can you hear us out clearly? If yes, then you can write
Yes.
in the chat
Yes, sir.
box. Right? Huh? Chat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I know you're excited. Right? If you can hear me out clearly, you can just write yes in the chat box. Right? YouTube ki janta, Zoom ki janta, just waiting for your confirmation. Right? फटाफट बता दो. Can you hear me clearly? राइट, कैन यू हियर अस आउट क्लियरली? दिव्या कह रही है मैं जूम पे भी यस लिखूंगी और यूट्यूब पे भी जाके यस लिखूंगी. वेरी वेरी गुड दिव्या, वेरी वेरी गुड. दैट इज अ क्वालिटी ऑफ अ गुड स्टूडेंट. वेरी वेरी गुड दिव्या. बेचारी को नहीं भी जाना होगा तो अब जाना पड़ेगा. चलो ग्रेट. जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर अ कंफर्मेशन फ्रॉम द पीपल ऑन यूट्यूब. ओके ग्रेट. आई गॉट अ कंफर्मेशन. आई गॉट अ कंफर्मेशन. श्वेता जी ने सबसे पहले कहा है यस. कुणाल गुप्ता जी ने कह दिया है यस. वेरी वेरी गुड. नाउ दिस सेशन इज गोना बी वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ऑल द अदर सेशंस. रीजन बिंग, टुडे वी हैव नॉट ओनली वन, not only two, but three different investment bankers. Those who are here, those who are able to crack their journey out, those who are able to clear their interviews into investment banking, and these people have joined investment banking, which is there, right? And luckily, right, it was my privilege to say it out that all three of them are my students. I got an opportunity to guide them during this journey, and these people were lucky enough to got placed into the companies or domains where they want to get into, right? Which is there. Now, but before I start and just wanted to know from you guys, आपसे जानना चाहता हूं, ठीक है, in the chat box, what is something which excites you so much about investment banking? मतलब ऐसा क्या सोच के इधर आ गए हो? मतलब कुछ तो आया होगा दिमाग में, right? What is something which might have come to your head which motivated you to join this session? I can see some funny comments coming in. Okay, I can see a lot of greedy people who have joined in saying that sir पैसा पैसा ज्यादा मिलता है इसलिए I want to get into investment banking. मुक्ता जी आपके आंसर के लिए वेट कर रहे हैं हम. मुक्ता जी, why you have joined this session? Right, Mukta ji, why you have joined this session? Just wanted to know from you. What has motivated you to join this session? What is something which excites you about investment banking? बताएंगे जरा चैट बॉक्स में. लिखोगे तो मिल जाएगा, नहीं लिखोगे तो किसी और को मिल जाएगा. Got it, got it. Okay, कोई कह रहा है it's a great field. Okay, it's a great job. Okay, got it. And sweet smell of money. Okay, 90% of the people are writing money. Okay, got it. Heard of it, but it's difficult to go. Okay. गॉट इट, गॉट इट. यूट्यूब की जनता भी पैसा पैसा लिख रही है. श्वेता जी सिंह मर्जर्स एंड एक्विजिशन डील्स. मुझे काफी काम करने में मजा आता है. तन्मय सिंह, मुझे काम करने में मजा आता है. ओके, गॉट इट. राजू सिंह, डीलिंग विद मनी एंड नंबर्स. राइट, नंबर्स इज समथिंग विच आई वाज लुकिंग फॉर. Right, that is something which is there. But let's hear it out from the different investment bankers we have today. Right, let me just invite one by one to each one of them. So the first speaker for today is Rudransh, right? Rudransh is of course going to be sharing his journey altogether, definitely. But I want him to just give his short journey around, right? How was his journey and where he's currently working and which area he's currently working into. And definitely we'll go into details about what was an interview process and how you'll end up here.
Sure. Am I audible now?
Yes, good enough.
Okay, great. So my journey has been like this. So I cleared my CA final in November 24. So before that, I was working in Bombay itself. I completed my articleship at Bansi Mehta. So I was in valuations department and Bansi Mehta. I worked there for 2.5 years, and I had a privilege of working in a firm where I got a lot of exposure in relation to mergers and acquisitions which take place in the capital market. So long story short, I had deals on my resume, and that helped me in getting into investment banking, because investment banking is all about deal cracking and nothing other than that. If you want to appraise my profile by those, what we can say, traditional methods, so no, I'm not a ranker. I missed my rank by 6 marks, but I'm not a ranker. I didn't even work in a big four. So, as in case of investment banking, a number of people think that you should either have a very big firm name in your resume or you should have a rank. But honestly, what people at investment banking are looking for are those people who know the work and who agree to spend those long hours doing the work, which might end up becoming zero because it might be possible that deal does not go through in the end, and whatever effort you have put in might end up going down the bin. But that is honestly what they are looking for. So, and after clearing my CA November 24, I had done GIR 69 with Shivam Palan sir. and that had prepared me well for the industry. And I was quite focused that I wanted to get into IB. There are a number of reasons for the same. We can cover it later also. So then I was pretty focused. I kept on applying through LinkedIn, cold mails, various references through various IB firms. And being honest, I might have sent some, matlab, I don't know the exact number, and that is the way it should be. That you should not be knowing how many places you have applied. But we can say that the response rate is 1%. But your aim should be that whatever 1% is responding to you, you have to nail that interview and get into, means you should have that as an option. You should take it till the end. And that is what had happened with me. I had completed the GR batch as well as the financial modeling batch. I had worked on my resume. I had, means I'd sent my resume to Shivam sir 3 to 4 times. And then he had corrected and marked small things कि ये बदलो वो बदलो इधर full stop बदलो इधर वो email blue नहीं दिख रहा तुम्हारा email LinkedIn की link नहीं चल रही. Then I had made all those changes. Then I had asked other friends also who were doing industrial training in other fields. So it was a 3 month long journey. There were a number of refusals in the sense no reply back to the cold mails, but still you have to be persistent and keep applying and go through with interviews. You have to be patient also here. I'm right now working in Kotak Investment Banking in the coverage team in the health and pharma department there. And Kotak is number one in case of IPOs and top 10 in case of M&As. So it is my privilege that I'm getting to work into a company which only hires IM ABC graduates and ISB graduates. And I am a proud chartered accountant among them. There are 65 people in my team, out of which only I am a CA fresher, which was hired this year. And other than that, there are only 4 analysts, out of which 2 are chartered accountants. So in fact, I can see in the eyes of other MBA graduates also who have joined as an associate when I tell them that I joined immediately after completing my CA, though I am an analyst, but I can see that tinge of jealousy in their eyes कि यार हम CA भी है MBA है तब जाके हमको यहाँ आने मिला और you joined directly. But that is the difference which a bit of preparation and persistence can make. Means guys have already taken the first step of joining the GR batch. Now please work on your resumes, put in financial models, put in proof of work, go through with mock interviews. I had done a mock interview with a mentor at CA Monk also, and I am still connected with him. So that also helped me a lot. It boosted my confidence, and that is what helped me nail this interview at Kotak IB.
Great.
So just giving a brief journey for the interview process. Sorry, it is getting a bit long.
No, no, it's
So
fine. It's fine. We'll move to the next speaker. Definitely, we'll discuss about the journey and process in detail
sure.
again. Yes, thanks, Rudransh, for a great introduction. Now we are going to be moving to the next speaker, who's there. So we have Nandita, right? Nandita was someone who was really excited to get into IB. मतलब पता नहीं थोड़े दिन बाद अगर उसको नहीं मिलता तो IB का टैटू बना लेती. But so that was an exciting journey. So Nandita, just your journey in short, how you end up into IB and currently where you're working and what work you're doing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, hi everyone. First of all, congratulations to everyone who qualified as chartered accountants. At least
And
एक
they have
चीज
just
तो
appeared
clear
for
है.
exam. They'll qualify now. They're excited now.
हाँ, तो they will qualify, of course, सर. IB में
Yes.
बैठे हैं तो हो ही जाएगा. और so now I've qualified in my 24 and I joined the GR batch 60. So what happened in my journey was I was not looking for investment banking core. I was looking for financial modeling. So जहाँ पर भी financial modeling आता था, I used to apply. I had never looked कि वो किस profile में है, where it was and where everything. So I was looking for financial modeling specifically because I have a thing for it. So secondly, I didn't stick to only the CA thing. कि CA में जाके ही I'm gonna get the that thing कि सिर्फ सीए वाले के अंदर ही जॉब वैकेंसीज होगी आई यूज्ड टू लुक फॉर अदर एमबीएज एंड सीएफएज एज वेल so right now I'm working in a Quora management consultant as an analyst. I joined as management trainee and post that I have been working in we have like 5 6 deals. They are in the process and one has just arrived yesterday. So
Oh,
abhi
nice.
yeah, I will
Got
keep
it.
it short and very brief.
नहीं, नहीं. That's really good and really happy that you were able to achieve your dream. Okay, next we'll go to Anuj, right? Anuj is someone who is always excited for. I hope he's here. Anuj, if you're here.
Hi there.
Can't see you. Yes, Anuj is here. So Anuj is someone who's really excited and he struggled so hard to get into IB, and finally he's there working with VC, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, also happened.
Yes. A short journey about you, Anuj.
Yeah, hi sir, how are you?
I'm well. Yes.
Hi everyone. So I cleared CA in November 24. Did my articleship with Chaturvedi and Shah, where I used to handle few good clients like Reliance Infra and one of my best clients, Dream 11. While doing Dream 11 as a starting auditor now, I met few of the brilliant minds from IIMs and MIT. There I got to know that investment banking and venture capital is the only field that can excite me. So after clearing CA, I took JR batch, pre-laser batch, where CA Shivam Palan sir just groomed me for investment banking and venture capital field. I mean, I had asked him plenty of questions like how to get into this VC, give me some sort of connections or sort of thing. But sir was totally on his toes, ki you have to go on your own. So I just started finding out references. Then I got one reference of my own. He's a general partner in Cactus Partners. So currently, I work with a VC firm called Cactus Partners as a financial analyst, where I used to handle the LP side, limited partners, and make dashboards or financial models with the whole team, which is only confidential to GPs and me. I mean, the core and setting up of funds, making compliance, dealing with investment team, dealing with portfolio team, audit, different compliances and all those things. Yeah, I mean, just a brainstorming things going on right now.
Got it. Really nice. I think that is something which is there. Also, just Anuj, if your voice is coming a bit low, if you can just use headphones for the upcoming discussion, or you can just check your voice, that would be great. Great. Moving forward to the discussion around the first basic question, I know many of you are excited to hear from people around, definitely. The first question, just from, I'll ask Nandita and then we'll move to Rudransh and Anuj can add on. Right. In simple terms, if you can just define what is investment banking, मतलब करते क्या हो तुम लोग यार, आईबी में है क्या, इतनी हवा क्यों बनी हुई है, आसान भाषा में पूछो तो ऐसा है क्या इसमें जो इतना लोग एक्साइटेड होते हैं, बड़ा चूल रहता है लोगों के, आईबी में जाना है, आईबी में जाना है, सुने नहीं कि बट फिर भी जाना है, राइट? तो जस्ट वांटेड टू नो व्हाट इज समथिंग व्हिच एक्साइट्स पीपल आउट एंड व्हाट इज आईबी ऑल अबाउट?
So first off, अगर आईबी में आना है तो of course you should have love for numbers firstly, and secondly लोग पैसा देख के भी आते हैं, तो पैसा है और जितना मिलता है उतना वो काम भी हो जाते हैं, तो वो बराबर ही पड़ता है. सो इफ यू आर रेडी टू गिव वेरी लॉन्ग आवर्स ऑफ सिटिंग and everything, then investment banking is for you. And talking about what investment banking is, it's like you are like a mediator between a company who wants to sell or who wants to, like the HNIs, if they want to buy something, if they want to buy, invest their money. So what you do is you do a due diligence or you run through industry reports, or if they have some numbers with them or they want to invest in some companies, so you run through their numbers, whether the valuations are correct, whether the numbers they have given is correct and everything. Then you prepare a whole like investment memorandum, the teasers and everything. So there are multiple checks also. So these all things we do. We are involved through in and out. So this is mainly what investment banking is.
Okay, got it. Just explaining in a short, imagine that CA needs a fund, right? And CA is ready to sell its shares. So I'm on a sell side. That is what she referred to. कि मुझे मेरे shares बेचना है तो मैं sell side पे बैठा हूँ. Let's assume that Rudransh is a HNI who wants to invest. He's looking for a good company to invest. So he found out CA, but of course they need some intermediary. So both of them will be going to an investment banker who is going to be ensuring that the deal is going to be happening around. Right. So Nandita is an investment banker. Rudransh went to Nandita. I went to Nandita saying that, can you please close the deal or can you please help me out, get some investors on board? Right. So what Rudransh is going to be doing, he is going to be investing in my company via the investment banker. Right. So that is the process which investment banker is going to be running through. Investment bankers helps the sell side people to bring out some buyers, right, which is there. And definitely there are a lot of things which we are going to be discussing in this journey around that is there. So yes, Rudransh, from your side, what is investment banking and what is something which excites so much to the people around that motivates the people to join in?
Okay. So first I'll start with the second question that what motivates people to join investment banking? So actually, in case of investment banking, what motivates people is the money because investment banking में बोनस कंपोनेंट बहुत होता है. तो कैसा है कि समझो अपनी फिक्स सैलरी जो हो गई जो अपने इसके ऊपर आती है ऑफर लेटर के ऊपर समझो एक्स लैक्स अमाउंट है. बट इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग हैज समथिंग यूनिक इन इट सेल्फ कि अगर डील हो गई यू विल गेट अ बोनस ऑल्सो. So that is what motivates people to work on the deal क्योंकि sometimes bonus is as high as 100%, 150%. I've even heard कि IFL के एक director को he got 250% bonus. And then he was talking on call to one of my vice president कि यार इतना बोनस नहीं मिला तो फिर काम ही क्या किया मैंने साल भर. And हाँ, so that is the thing what motivates people. But actually, I have a bit different opinion than those who say कि मतलब investment banking is all about numbers because honestly, I worked in valuations for 2.5 years. Or I've been working for a month now in Kotak, though a month is a short period of time, but इधर इतनी चीजें हो रही है मेरे साथ जो जो चीजें करवा रहे हैं. तो I have definitely felt this that valuations had more numbers than what I'm seeing right now क्योंकि valuations के अंदर you have to fill in the projections, you have to take your assumptions on your own and get to the value. That is a different thing. But in case of investment banking, if you want to listen about the entire process so that you can prepare the interviews also, there is Harshal Narwani's interview in CA Monks only domain guidance wala session. So you should definitely see that. Then I'll quickly summarize what Harshal Bhaiya had said earlier. Luckily, very luckily, I got reference of Harshal Bhaiya through Shivam Bhaiya only. And Harshal Narwani worked in Kotak IB's health and pharma team, though he has left it now. But he had helped me with the interview process so that it helped me a lot. So anyways, coming back to investment banking, what happens is थोड़ा डिटेल में जाओ शिवम भैया मतलब
Yes, yes, yes. Please, please,
इंटरव्यू
please.
में बहुत
Yes,
हेल्प हो जाएगा. You
yes.
guys
Please
can
do, please do.
notes
Yeah.
also because these people are really grilling. मतलब I have seen partners who have asked me कि investment banking की पूरी process बताओ. फिर दे से दैट इसमें से तुम क्या कर सकते हो एंड आई एम लाइक मैंने वैल्यूएशंस किया है बाकी चीजें अभी सीखूंगा धीरे धीरे. तो फिर सीधा दे विल से ऑन योर फेस कि तुम क्या काम के फिर मेरे. यू विल हैव टू
Okay.
मतलब बी विटी एंड यू शुड नो द एंटायर प्रोसेस सो दैट तुम पकड़ में ना हो किसी के. So what happens is there's a company which wants to sell itself. What I as an investment banker will do, I'll go to the company and I'll tell to the promoters of the company that how I'll be going to position the company in front of the investors. So I'm going to talk about my past deals, कौन से IPO किए थे हमने, कितने सक्सेसफुल डील्स किए हमने. तो इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग इज लाइक अ साइकिल. अगर डील्स करते रहोगे तो और डील्स आती जाएगी. तो दैट इज हाउ दिस इंडस्ट्री वर्क्स. दैट्स व्हाई पीपल वांट टू गेट इनटू टॉप आईबी फर्म्स ओनली क्योंकि डील्स तभी आती है और डील्स आई तभी आपका रिज्यूमे अच्छा होता है और आप फिर स्विच कर सकते हो. So I'll go to a company, I'll pitch that I am going to position your company in front of investors in this manner. If the company engages me, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare three documents. One is going to be the shareholding pattern of the company. Second is going to be the financial model of the company. Third is going to be investment memorandum, as Nandita had said. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to share these documents to a wide range of investors, which I know, जो मेरे network में है. And mind it, those are the investors which are in investment bankers network. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो कि इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर का फिर सीनियर लेवल पे जॉब यही होता है कि लोगों से बात करते रहो, इन्वेस्टर्स के साथ बना के रखो, अच्छे टर्म्स रखो. मतलब अभी भी हमारे जो वीपी से कोई सिटी में जाते हैं तो 10 मीटिंग फिक्स कर लेते हैं दूसरे लोगों के साथ, भले ही कुछ काम ना हो मीटिंग में बट एक बार मिलके आ जाते हैं सो दैट दे नो इन्वेस्टर्स वेल. नाउ द इन्वेस्टर्स विल रिस्पॉन्ड इफ दे चूज दैट इन्वेस्टमेंट मेमोरेंडम दैट येस आई वांट टू इन्वेस्ट इन दिस कंपनी. So what we are going to do is we are going to share some more information to them. Limited information होगा but वो कंपनी के बारे में और थोड़ी information हम share करते हैं and we give them 2 to 3 months to go through that information. Now after that the investors are going to respond and then we are going to enter into non-binding term sheet with 4 to 5 investors. You can note down these words because these will be important in your interviews. So now, once we get the non-binding term sheet, we are going to send across the entire information of the of the company which is to be sold. Now, the investor from his side is going to perform legal due diligence and financial due diligence in order to check कि information पूरी बराबर है ना, जो कंपनी जैसी दिख रही है वैसी है ना, कोई कोर्ट केस तो नहीं है, कोई ज्यादा लॉसेस तो नहीं है, कोई लफड़ा तो नहीं है, इंटेंजिबल एसेट्स की सच्ची में उतनी वैल्यू है जितनी दिखा रहे हैं. आफ्टर चेकिंग ऑल ऑफ दिस द इन्वेस्टर्स आर गोइंग टू गिव अस ऑफर्स कि हम इतने में ये कंपनी खरीदने के लिए रेडी है. आउट ऑफ दैट वी आर गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट 2 to 3 ऑफर्स and then we are going to enter into share purchase agreement with the investors. It might be possible कि कोई एक ही ऑफर किया बट शेयर परचेस अग्रीमेंट फिर एंटर करते हैं And इसके साथ investors might give some conditions also, that though we are ready to purchase this company, we want that these particular things should be changed about the company. Only then we are going to invest, and only then the deal will go through. Many a times it happens that because of this thing is not followed, पूरी डील क्लोज हो मतलब होती नहीं है, फिर 1.5 साल तक आप घिसाते रहो और फिर एंड में जाके वो कट गया क्योंकि वो इन्वेस्टर नहीं कर पाया, मतलब इन्वेस्टर को जो चीज चाहिए थी वो कंपनी में नहीं मिली. But once this thing is done, then the share purchase agreement is entered into. The changes which the company requires to make are made, and then the deal goes through, and then the whole process completes, and then the investment banker gets his fees, which will be a fixed percentage of the deal value. So that is the whole IB process, which
Got it. Got it. Nee, very well explained, right, Rudransh? Really happy that you explained it in so detailed manner. Just also for an update, right? This process which is there, this is something I have uploaded on YouTube for a 1 hour session. Just got detail में समझना है. I've just uploaded one very nice video on investment banking on the same process with a deck, right? So if you want to just have a run through it, I'll just show you the which video I'm talking about. But yes, we'll move to Anuj. Anuj, if you don't mind, can you please give a brief about what excites people in investment banking and what is something which is the work you're doing?
Yeah, so am I audible?
Yeah, audible.
Yeah. So basically, in a venture capital firm, how it goes is few things
So
go
venture
simultaneously.
capital और IB में डिफरेंस क्या है? वेंचर कैपिटल होता क्या है? पहले ये बता दो.
So venture capital is basically a fund that invests in startup.
Okay.
So it basically there is a team, investment team, which find potential startups according to the different VC criteria. So like our VC fund is an early growth stage.
Okay.
Where a startup which is into the pre-revenue, have a product market fit and a potential to grow. That's where our VC firm ends,
Okay.
right? So our investment team finds the potential startups which are there, and then we raise funds from our investors, LPs, which we call as LPs, limited partners. So those LPs are HNIs, ultra HNIs, or institutional investors like SIDBI, SRI, or any like a fund of funds is a scheme of government. So VCs apply for institutional equities for this fund of funds, UPSF, UP startup fund, all those things. VCs arrange for funds, have a potential startup, they invest in the startup with the potential to grow and take exit on a very good higher return, 11x, 20x, IRR of 40%, 50%.
Mm.
Where IB comes is our investment team finds the potential startups, but IBs also pitch VCs.
Okay.
Like
आईबी तो
startup
दलाल है, एक
analysis.
तरीके से वो दलाल है
Ah,
आईबी.
yes.
आईबी को धंधा लाना है, मतलब उसको धंधा
Basically,
लाना है, कैसे
IB is
मिलेगा
the
कि जो पैसा डाल
salesperson.
दे. हाँ हाँ.
Salesperson. If I have a startup, I'll go to IB because I can easily reach to an IB because it is a well-known structured firm and a good strength of people is there. So they do all sort of things from due diligence, legal, tax, each and every aspect of investment. Then if they find that the startup has worth, they pitch to VC funds.
Okay.
Then VC funds, based on how the startup is, what is the commission of investment bankers, all those things, all those due diligence. VCs also go through due diligence, see how the financials are looking like. They invest, and then IB takes commission from VC fund,
Got it.
2%, 3%, based on how the structure is between the VC and IB.
Got
So
it.
this is how a VC and IB works.
Got it. So VCs mostly sitting on a buy side. Buy side मतलब those
Yeah.
people, those who have a fund, those is ready
Yeah.
to buy some shares of a company जिसका पैसा है, right? In
Yeah,
short, for the
basically.
people in simple language, those who want to understand,
Yeah.
right? So that is something which is a bit summary about IB. Just for an update for the people, those who want to check, you can go to my YouTube channel, click on live button. Once you click on live, थोड़ा सा scroll down करोगे, you'll find out this video on how to build career in investment banking. Here I've explained you with the deck, right? जिसको देखना होगा. Right, you can just run through this session. Trust me, you're going to be loving this out, or yeah, you'll understand it much detailed manner which is there. Okay. Now coming to the most interesting part about IB, right? सबसे पहली बात will start with Rudransh. So imagine that I want to get into IB. मतलब IB क्या है थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आ गया, और जो नहीं समझा I'll be able to understand by the video after this session. देखो जिसको करना होगा वो कर लेगा. अब सबसे पहला सवाल आता है, रुद्रांश, you mentioned that you have applied in IB, you tried your best, you applied at multiple places. So just a one word answer, is it really tough to get into IB? मतलब just a one word answer.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So it's really tough to get into IB, but अब tough तो है but जाना ही है. So what should I do so that I can get into IB?
Okay. So the first and foremost thing which you should do, which you guys should start doing right now itself, is that pick up the resume template which matches your articleship experience. In my case, I had picked up a resume template from CA Monk's only template, which divided my experience into various industries. That helped me a lot because that segregated my resume कि जो IB वाला बंदा है उसको पढ़ के समझता था कि ये जो इसने रेज्यूमे बनाया है ये परफेक्टली मेरे काम से मैच करता है बिकॉज IB वर्क्स इन वेरियस इंडस्ट्रीज. The teams are
Okay,
divided into various industries and they just want to look at the deals and the amount of the size of the deals and what work I've done on those deals. So that helped me a lot. Other than the deals also, if you're working in audit or any other domain, it will always help you to bifurcate your experience into various domains or industries because it simplifies your resume and it is very much easier to understand. So that is the first thing which you should do. Second thing is add a proof of work link. So proof of work, I think that मतलब I am sure that शिवम सर ने आपको बताया ही होगा ये चीज़ पे बहुत हैमर करते हैं वो कि एक it might come later also that whenever you are cold mailing, a financial model or some kind of profile or a deck should go with your cold mail. Something additional which I had done was that I had added a Google Drive link in my resume itself, which said proof of work, and that was the Google Drive link. So whoever had the PDF of my resume could click on that link and see all the models which I had made. So that is the second thing which kept me apart from the others. And the third thing is that quickly clear out your basics about finance as well as storytelling. So this is something which Harshal Narwani had also repeated a number of times, that in case of investment banking, you need two skills. One is the knowledge of corporate finance. So that is a bit similar to AFM, but you are going to need much more than AFM because AFM was very basics. But you will need to learn what are the various ways of valuing a company, how multiples work, how a discounted cash flow statement works, how beta is calculated. You should know all of that. Other than that, you should also be able to talk about any given industry or whatever is happening in current industry. If I pick up someone and ask them कि अभी paints industry में क्या चल रहा है, what is Birla Opus doing right now, or why hasn't Tesla yet entered into Indian market, you should have answers for that, or at least you should be able to keep the conversation going for 5 minutes. भले ही सामने वाले को घुमा दो, बट आपको खुद को बेचना है. और IB की शुरुआती आप दूसरी चीजें तब बेच पाओगे जब खुद को बेच पाओगे. आप खुद को तो आप इतने सालों से जानते हो ना, तो काम करो वो चीजों के ऊपर कि कैसे. यू शुड नॉट बी टंग टाइड, यू शुड बी एबल टू टॉक अबाउट एनीथिंग whichever comes in, and that will only happen if you read news regularly. So I had started a habit of reading news from this app, The Ken. So what it does is it puts detailed case studies and it helped me a lot. So that is something which is also very important. And second thing is keep applying. It will take months and months, but you won't get any response, but don't be disheartened. It might be possible that you got a response. They might have scheduled an interview also, but then they rescheduled it and they are not picking up your calls again. But still don't be disheartened. You will have to keep on trying. So if I want to talk about my numbers, I had received calls from 5 IB firms, out of which the first one, Ambit Capital, it had scheduled an interview. Then I had a flight on that day. So I had asked them that, can you please schedule an interview on the next day? So when I checked with my friends also, what happened was they agreed to schedule the interview, but I never received the link and then they didn't take anyone's interview. And everyone was like, what is happening here? But that is something which happens in this industry क्योंकि वैकेंसी एक या दो ही खुलती है और वो बहुत जल्दी बंद भी हो जाती है. Then other than that, I had got a call and received an offer from Grant Thornton, Spark Capital, Anand Rathi, and Kotak IB. So I had received only 5 calls out of the many mails and the LinkedIn connection requests and the references which I had tried. But I made sure that जो चार का interview हुआ वो चारों के चारों go through हो जाए. And that was my position in the end, that I had received an offer from them. I had given other interviews of other domains as well, but I had kept in mind कि ये practice interviews type ही रहेंगे और आईबी पे ही अपने को फोकस्ड रहना है. आई हैड अपियर्ड फॉर सीए कैंपस प्लेसमेंट ऑल्सो, बट वो भी यही था कि एक बार प्रैक्टिस हो जाए. शिवम भैया ही नहीं बोला था कि एक बार तू जाके तो आ. मैं बोला अरे कोई आईबी की फर्म ही नहीं आ रही है. बोले अरे फिर भी जाके आ, एक बार तू कुछ तो बोल के आ. तो फिर आई हैड डन दैट, बट दैट हेल्प्स टू ग्रूम यू एंड कीप्स यू रेडी, बिकॉज वंस यू आर नॉट अफ्रेड कि ठीक है ये वाले मेरे को ऑफर दिए ना दिए मेरे को कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. तो समटाइम्स इट हैपेंस कि इंटरव्यू और ज्यादा अच्छा जाता है क्योंकि आप डरे हुए नहीं होते हो और फिर बोलते जाते हो कि ठीक है सामने वाला वो जो क्वेश्चन है बिना डरे आप आंसर करते जाते हो. तो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्टिंग थिंग विच हैपेंस. सो दैट वाज माय जर्नी थ्रू आउट आईबी. सो क्विकली
Got it.
समराइजिंग, resume, proof of work link, apply to many places and prepare your interview. That's the only thing.
Got it. Good. Yes, just to add on, right? Since you mentioned about the template, Rudransh and other people will be happy to see this out. Today morning, right, we did a great thing. You know what? Great thing we did. The best thing we did is the biggest problem of the industry, not a CA industry I'm talking about. The biggest problem of our industry is people struggle in preparing a resume and they struggle in finding a good templates, right? Go to our website, tools.cmonk.com, right? Click on the tools, resume builder. We have built out a resume builder now. You can go to our website, right? Put a name, what you want to do it out, like Shivam Palan resume, right? Once you do it out, you can just put your details, right? You have 5, 6 different templates available. On a click, जो detail भरोगे तुरंत सब change होते जाएगा, right? And you can just download the CV and send it to an HR. Right, over a period of time, there are going to be around 15, 20 different templates. Next week, it's going to be there. Plus AIB आ जाएगा इसमें, तो your life will become much more simpler. You can try this tool. It's going to be saving you a lot of time and a lot of energy as well. Right. So that is something we just launched it out today morning itself.
They're
So
cheating.
right. So sorry that was not in your batch, but KK batch and the people around can use it out. It's not only for C. अब तो जो है जिसको चाहिए आपकी दीदी भैया, right? Girlfriend, boyfriend, everybody can use it out. ठीक है. Got it. चलो next, I think Nandita, yes. Just want to know from you, how many rounds generally happen एक IB में कितने rounds होते हैं और generally reference कैसे role play करता है in IB, if you can just highlight on the same.
Sure. So first off, जो IB में rounds होते हैं, मैंने actually I have not reached out to the concerned IB department head. I actually there was a vacancy. So how I applied was I reached out to the VP of the company of course. So she
Okay.
was VP of the finance department. So
Hmm.
I had given I think 4 rounds of interview. So my
Okay.
first round was with the VP of the finance. So I told her that I have an interest in that IB thing. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ मुझे पहले लगा कि मैंने शायद गलत बोल दिया क्योंकि 2-3 दिन तक कॉल ही नहीं आया. तो मुझे लगा ये भी गया फिर. But luckily, afterwards, my interview was scheduled with the MD of the investment banking. Then it was scheduled with the MD of the company. So technically, I had 3 to 4 rounds, and last basic HR round was there. So in the last interview with the MD of the company, he grilled me on like on the core finance. It was like proper grilling. Like if I have given an answer, so my all the questions were from my answers. Like whatever, like if I've answered the
जैसे
Black-Scholes
can you just
formula,
tell some question, कुछ ऐसा क्वेश्चन बताओ, मतलब ऐसा क्या पूछ लिया, just wanted to know.
or for example, if it's a Black-Scholes formula, so he is gonna ask you the Black-Scholes. He asked me the Black-Scholes का 5 components, not the whole formula. Just tell me the 5 components. जो भी 5 components थे, उसके बाद the next question was कि okay, चलो this is the thing. Then he directly jumped into that FR. Directly FR में भी it was leases. Then leases say he got the operating lease and then finance lease. Then he said, okay, they are different. Okay, so tell me, how do you, if you are taking this growth rate, what is Gordon's growth model? Then if the Gordon growth model is there, then he directly shifted to CAPM. Then from CAPM, then everything. I was like, the AC was on, the fan was on. I'm like, okay, what is going on? I was sweating. So yeah, he actually grilled me. So yeah, if you are going for like core IB, everything, you should be like having good hands on your whole SFM formulas. एंड ऑल्सो ऐसा भी नहीं है कि आपको सिर्फ एफ आर मतलब सिर्फ एस एफ एम आना चाहिए. यू शुड योर एफ आर नॉलेज शुड ऑल्सो बी वेरी थरो लाइक द आई 116 109 एंड ऑल दीज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स शुड ऑल्सो बी देयर. So yeah, this तो पूरा इसी तरह से होता है एंड या। और वैसे भी
Got it.
टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आईबी के इंटरव्यूज में इफ यू आर लाइक, तुमको आइडिया लग जाएगा कि वेर यू स्टैंड इन फिनेंस अगर पहला मॉक, बट ऑलवेज गिव फर्स्ट मॉक इंटरव्यू। बिकॉज अगर मॉक इंटरव्यू नहीं दिया तो तुम्हारा अगर आईबी का अगर तुमको शॉट लगा भी है तो यू आर गोना ruin it because मैंने आई हैव गिवन लाइक 5-6 मॉक इंटरव्यूज। और मैंने जो हमारे ग्रुप में व्हेन वी हैड जीआईआर सेशंस, so there was ma'am from JP Morgan. I still remember her. I am very thankful to her. He told me that Nandita, you can do a bit better because I was settling for fund management accounts, fund accounting, I think.
Hmm.
That was a very good package, and I was like, okay, it's good. Why to hustle around? And I'm like, then she told me that no, you can do better. So that's why I applied in IB and I got two offers post that motivation and one offer which was before I qualified. So yeah,
Got it.
if you want to get into IB, just be clear ki yes, you are going to get into IB and be thorough with your finance knowledge. Like
Got it.
super
But
thorough.
नंदिता आपका तो रैंक वैंक आया होगा इसलिए आईबी मिला, ऐसा कुछ है क्या?
Nahi, 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 no, no ranks, no big fours. I have attempts. Okay, I am from tier 3 city. Okay, and I have like मेरी firm mid-size थी because what happened was मुझे I was registered in Udaipur firm. I'm from Udaipur. I'm working right now in Gurgaon. So I was registered in Udaipur firm, but जो काम आता था मेरे पास, it was mostly from Mumbai.
Okay.
It was mostly from Mumbai. तो मुंबई वाला काम आता था. I was good with Excel, so the partner of the firm trusted me with one of the deal. He gave me that deal and he told me कि I'll sit with you. You just have to stretch the numbers and I'll tell you how the numbers are gonna go. Then that was the first deal. I think I have closed the deal also. So एक वो चीज deal was there on my resume. Secondly, I had created a very dynamic model in which the inputs were not there. The inputs were to be given by different clients or different people. So it was like a very dynamic. You just have to insert the numbers in, and the whole dashboard and the graphs, spark lines, and everything is going to flow. So that was also there. So I have highlighted those work also in my resume, like Rudransh said. You have to give a reference of your work. So this is also very important. Also, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है इफ यू आर वेरी थॉरो बिकॉज आईबी में इट्स लाइक आपको काम आना चाहिए एंड इफ यू हैव वर्क अपने अगर अपना इफ यू आर एबल टू सेल व्हाट यू हैव डन देन यू आर गुड यू कैन गेट इनटू आईबी इट्स लाइक अ मिथ कि सिर्फ आईएम्स वाले ही होते हैं तो ऐसा नहीं है यू कैन गेट इनटू आईबी
Got it. Got it. Great. Anuj, if you're here, right, the next question to Anuj. So, Anuj, your journey, you said that reference played a very important role for you when you land up into an IB. So, how does this journey goes when it comes to an interview? मतलब क्या journey रहता है just for a candidate when they want to get into IB, and what is the process you followed so that you land up here?
So yeah, basically, see, in a venture capital firm, they have a strength of hardly 15-20 people.
Okay.
They don't have a huge strength like an IB company, right? So you have to be on your toes. You should have a learning attitude, first of all. Because the first thing that an VC firm sees is that you have that urge to get into a VC. And I mean, just a learning. I think there's some disturbance on my side.
Yeah, I think bit of.
Just a sec.
Okay. Meanwhile, he comes in. So we'll move to Rudransh. So Rudransh, just one question popped in the chat, right? You mentioned about a proof of work. So yes, I think let's continue with Anuj. Yeah. So sorry.
So sorry, Mala.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I mean, see, the venture capital firm had a first round of interview with general partner. So he was my reference. So he was basically considering me for an intern.
Okay.
Then seeing my potential that I am interested in a venture capital firm, this space is definitely new for everyone because generally CA freshers are not being hired in a venture capital firm.
Hmm.
There's no space or a CA fresher in a VC firm until and unless you prove yourself that you have that learning attitude. You should be that much passionate about this VC field that you should convince the general partner that yeah, I am keen to learn venture capital firm even if I'm not being paid. मतलब I was in that position कि मेरे को पैसा नहीं दोगे तो भी चलेगा. I want to work in a VC.
Got it. Hmm. That is the
The
enthu
only thing is
you
that
showed to
how
the people around. Yeah.
yeah, because that's the only thing. The moment you enter your work, you have the passion now, then you just work. So basically, like it's been like 15-20 days for me in a VC farm.
Okay. Okay.
So my senior told me to have a thorough understanding of how a VC framework works and read all the documents of SEBI, PPM, and all those things, private placement memorandum, and all those. So in just a week, by working on Saturday and Sundays, even if officially they have a Saturday Sunday off, they have a work hours of very flexible work hours. I mean, there's no in time, there's no out time in a VC firm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
I can leave at 4:30. I can come at 10:30. If I have work, I'll do. I don't have work, I'll go and out and chill.
Got it.
So I just in a span of 7 days by working on Saturday, Sunday, I just finished that PPM document, which is a 300-page document. With a thorough understanding कि उसमें मेरे को कुछ भी अगर मेरे को पूछा जाए तो मैं बता सकता. So that's the passion that I showed to my senior. So now he is involving me in each and everything. बोला कि ये तू बना. You make financial model, you make projections, you work with the IM team, investment manager, you work with portfolio team, discuss with them, let's brainstorm on something new.
Got it. Got it.
That's the level of passion that you should be able to show to the general partner, your VP of portfolios, head of finance. And in that position, that portfolio vice president of portfolio is well known to me. He knows. तो मेरे को बोलता है कि तू मेरे को मेरा काम सिखा देना, तेरा काम मैं तेरे को मेरा काम सिखा दूंगा.
Got it.
So I am not in his team, but he is ready to teach me that how the portfolio team works.
Got it. Got it.
Finance from the LP side, dealing with IM. Earlier we were not able to, we were not gonna do this dashboard wala thing, but now we are making a dashboard. So we'll show the general partner how the progress is going on, a monthly update, how our investments are looking like. So I'll have to deal with the investment team as well. Making
Hmm.
projections, how the drawdown gonna go, कितना capital commitment आएगा, कितना investor से पैसा मंगाना है, उसका projection करना, expense का projection करना, portfolio team के साथ discuss
Got
करना,
it.
how the portfolio companies are performing, उनका EBITDA कितना है, how they are projecting revenue growth, dealing with founders of portfolio company. So मतलब it's a quite of an brainstorming field. इसके लिए I thought that VC would be a better option than an IB plus audit. But
Hmm.
I mean IB has a lot of work hours. See, there's no work-life balance to be honest.
वो थोड़े दिन बाद पता पड़ेगा किसके कितने वर्कआउट्स है looking at the black spots in the eyes. No, but I think Anuj correctly mentioned that yeah, the journey in IB is a bit tough and definitely the working hours are a bit long. That is only a one downside which is there. Because देखो क्या होता है कि when investors want to invest in सबको जल्दी डील क्लोज करना होता है, राइट? और जिसको पैसा मिल रहा है वो भी बोलेगा कि भाई जल्दी दो यार, राइट? तो फर्स्ट बीच में जाता है इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर और एफडीडी वाला, क्योंकि ड्यू डिलिजेंस नीड टू बी गेट सून एंड banker have to ensure that the deals close fast, which is there. Right. Now coming to Rudransh, right? There were few questions which were there in the chat, which just I want to address it out. Right. You mentioned about a proof of work, about a financial model. So आपने financial model कहाँ से सीखा था और क्या किया फिर?
So actually, I had mentioned that in the chat also. So in case of financial modeling, what I had done was I had taken the master class. Shivam sir will tell about it later during the course. So a number of master classes are available on CA Monk's portal. So I had picked a valuation and IB masterclass. In that, you have to prepare a number of financial models as well as profiles of companies, equity research reports, all of that. So I had learned financial modeling there, and then I tried preparing a model on my own of Fortis hospitals. So
Okay.
that helped me in setting myself apart from my peers while applying, because that is something which showed that I am putting in effort. So that.
Got it. Right. So जिसको देखना है, those who want to explore it out, right, you can just go to our website and you can just check it out if you are interested. अगर IB में ही जाना है, तो you can just check our financial modeling investment banking masterclass, which is there. Or anyways, if you are taking our GR batch, you can offer one free masterclass, which is there. So you can go for the same, right? There are two batches running in now, right? Just for an update for the people. 26th आज से चालू है. This is a morning batch. If you can join in, आज join कर सकते हैं, तो कल से आ जाओ. Or you can join this batch, which is starting from 28th, which is in the evening. Okay, so two batches are running around. If you're interested and serious, that is more important. Then you can join this batch. Definitely, it's going to be helping out. Okay, now again coming back to Rudransh, on the question front, यार आपने बोला कि you have given 5 different interviews, right? तो थोड़ा सा पेपर लीक ही कर दो. मतलब what are the questions asked to you in interviews? If you can just tell us, क्या financial model भी बनाने देते हैं, क्या Excel भी आना चाहिए? मतलब थोड़ा सा question front में if you can just give a detailed insights.
Okay, so first I'll start with Kotak's only interview, because that is what most of the people would like to hear about. So what had happened was there were 4 different interviews which had taken place.
Okay.
So first one was the HR round. So in case of HR round, first of all, they'll ask you about what work you have done. So you have to understand he's a HR. He's going to ask you questions about you and not technical questions. So you have to be very witty and you have to show that you are ready to work for long hours and you will be committed and a long-term resource for the company. All your answers should be directed in that manner. And you should know that why are you a correct fit for investment banking. That is something which you will learn in this class also, in the GIR batch. And that is something which you will have to practice through your mock interviews also. So आप स्टार्ट बोलोगे और मैं ऐसा 9 मिनट का मेरा पिच रेडी है कि वाई आई शुड बी टेकन इनटू इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग, ये क्वालिटी, ये क्वालिटी, ये क्वालिटी, ये किया हो इसलिए ये क्वालिटी, वो किया हो इसलिए ये क्वालिटी, मतलब वो वाली चीज़ होनी चाहिए. सेकेंड वाज द टेक्निकल राउंड. सो इन केस ऑफ कोटक व्हाट दे हैड डन वाज उन्होंने बताया नहीं कब होगा इंटरव्यू. उन्होंने ये भी नहीं बोला कि आई वाज सिलेक्टेड आफ्टर द एचआर राउंड. सीधा एवीपी का कॉल आ गया कि हाय रुद्रांश, दिस इज एवीपी फ्रॉम हेल्थ एंड फार्मा टीम, डू यू हैव अ मिनट. So I had learned this from Ambit's interview, which I told earlier, that never reschedule a interview. मतलब कुछ भी हो जाए, अगर मतलब बहुत ही कुछ हो गया तो रीस्केड्यूल करो, नहीं तो हाँ बोल के खत्म करो. आप सोचोगे प्रिपरेशन टाइम ले लूँ आगे बढ़ा लूँ, बट वो वापस नहीं आएगा, वो दूसरे
नहीं
कैंडिडेट पे
आता.
shift हो जाएगा. तो AVP took my interview when I was in office for 40 minutes then and there. And first, the questions which he asked me were related to my valuation experience only. I had told these questions during this session only, that how to calculate beta, DCF statement का कैसा flow होता है, where what are the various methods. Then in case of comparable companies model, what are the different ways in which you should discount a multiple. Now, one good thing was that interview was on phone. So I could ask him, sir, can you please give a minute? I want to think about it and then answer. In case of video calls, you get very conscious and you try to answer within 10 seconds. But that is something which I'd like to tell you, that you should form your answers and sentences properly so that you don't stumble. And always try to categorize your answers into various points. So that helps. Then came open-ended questions in technical round only. So he was a health and pharma AVP, but he knew that इसको इतना knowledge नहीं होगा ये field का. तो he asked me what are the differences between Swiggy and Zomato. Give me 5 points of differences. अब ये ऐसी चीज है कि मैं भी इतने ज्यादा भी न्यूज नहीं पढ़ता हूँ. मतलब इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स पढ़ने को मेरे को बहुत आलस आता था. टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया के अंदर भी मैं एंटरटेनमेंट न्यूज पढ़ता था, बाकी न्यूज पढ़ता था, छोड़ देता था. बट व्हाट दे वांट टू सी इज दैट कैन यू सेल योर सेल्फ. तो स्विगी एंड जोमेटो के अंदर मतलब बहुत सिंपल चीज है कि 5 पॉइंट्स ऑफ डिफरेंसेस है. आई आस्क्ड फॉर अ मिनट. Then I told them that 1 point of difference can be the financials of the company. I'll do financial analysis of both the companies, दोनों का ग्रोथ रेट निकालूंगा और वो चेक करूंगा. दूसरा रहेगा कि जोमेटो इंडियन कंपनी है, स्विगी बाहर की कंपनी है, तो इंडियन कंज्यूमर्स के सेंटिमेंट्स के अंदर ऑर्डर करते टाइम वो एक डिफरेंस आएगा. फिर थर्ड पॉइंट ऑफ डिफरेंस माइट बी कि जो जोमेटो के फाउंडर है, ही इज अ सेलिब्रिटी नाउ, पीपल नो हिम बाय हिज नेम, ही इज गिविंग वेरियस इंटरव्यूज. सो द वे अमन गुप्ता इज, boat is known by Aman Gupta. Aman Gupta goes around and gives interviews and lectures. द सेम वे जोमेटोज फाउंडर गोज इनटू कपिल शर्मा शो और काफी सारे इसके अंदर, तो पीपल रिकॉग्नाइज दैट ब्रांड पर्टिकुलरली. नाउ इफ यू थिंक अबाउट दीज, आएंगे नहीं ये दिमाग में आपके पॉइंट्स, क्योंकि आपको लगेगा ये तो बहुत बचकानी चीज है. बट दीज थिंग्स ऑल्सो मैटर एंड ही जस्ट वॉन्ट्स टू सी हाउ यू आर थिंकिंग एंड आप करेक्ट आंसर्स दे पा रहे हो क्या, आप कुछ ना कुछ तो बोल पा रहे हो क्या. और ये मैंने पूरे एकदम प्रॉपर 5 पॉइंट्स लिस्ट किए थे कि ये फैक्टर ये फैक्टर ये फैक्टर, और फिर एक एक इलेबरेट किया था. तो दैट हेल्प मी अलॉट. फिर आई टॉक्ड अबाउट बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन ऑल्सो, दैट जोमेटो के केस में दे हैव गॉट अनदर कंपनी विच इज नोन एज हाइपर प्योर विच प्रोवाइड्स रॉ मटेरियल्स टू वेरियस अदर कंपनीज. So this was one question about Zomato and Swiggy. Then he asked me another question also, that was what was the deal which I worked on. So as Nandita had said, they are going to ask you about your experience and that question is going to lead you to another question. तो ये चीज पे भी आपको बहुत ध्यान रखना पड़ता है कि अगर आपको आपकी फेवरेट डील पूछी है तो वही डील बोलो जिसका आपको इन एंड आउट और पूरा पता है, और वो डील के आंसर देने से आपको कौन सा तीसरा क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं वो भी दिमाग में सोच के रखो. ऐसी कोई भी डील मत बोलना जिसका आपको थ्रू एंड थ्रू पता नहीं है या उसका कुछ सेकेंडरी क्वेश्चन आप आंसर नहीं कर पाओगे. तो आई टॉक्ड अबाउट स्मॉल फाइनेंस बैंक इंडस्ट्री. In that, after this AVP round, I had my MD round. MD round के केस में he was the senior most person in the team, so he didn't want to see my technical knowledge, but he wanted to just get comfortable with the candidate he's interviewing. It went on for half an hour or so. He just asked me what had happened in the previous interview, how did it go, and what I wanted to do in future, why I was getting into IB. It was थोड़ा मैं मेरे साइड से नर्वस था बिकॉज ही वॉज अ MD, बट अदरवाइज मतलब कम ग्रिलिंग था वो इंटरव्यू. And in case of fourth one, I was physically asked to come into Kotak, and then another HR round had taken place. It was conducted by head HR. Now, after this MD round and before head HR round, I was asked to make a portfolio of Apollo hospitals. So वो केस के अंदर मुझे वो हर्षल भैया का जो इंटरव्यू था CM के पोर्टल पे वो बहुत हेल्प किया था बिकॉज ही हैड शोन अ PPT ऑफ टाटा मोटर्स and I tried to build a PowerPoint presentation which looked like that PPT, because that is something which is very different and the person who is not from IB domain won't know what to make, but you will have to learn that and you have to use the terminologies which are used in IB team. मतलब PPT का नाम अपोलो हॉस्पिटल नहीं रहेगा, डिस्कशन मटेरियल्स मार्च 25 ये रहेगा, बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दिस विद वेरियस इन्वेस्टर्स, और ये आपका टाइटल रहेगा. तो दैट इज समथिंग विच आई लर्न फ्रॉम दैट लेक्चर. And then in case of other interviews also, similar technical rounds had taken place. स्पार्क कैपिटल के अंदर भी मुझे मेरे एक डील के ऊपर PPT बनाने बोला था और 2 टेक्निकल राउंड हुए थे. In case of Grant Thornton, only one technical round had taken place in which they had asked me to prepare a financial model as well as PPT in one day. मतलब सैटरडे को दिया कि संडे रात तक सबमिट करो. तो आई हैड टेकन अबाउट 4 or 5 in the morning, but I had prepared it. And they had taken only one interview, but they were like, ठीक है, we just wanted to see if you can get things done within one day. You can get that done, means you are ready for the work. So then they had agreed. And then in case of Anand Rathi, they had also taken one interview. उसके अंदर एक business case study दी थी. So that is also which will learn in GR batch कि वो जो आपका एक सिमुलेशन गेम होगा उसमें अलग अलग बिजनेस केस स्टडीज होती हैं और गेस्टिमेट्स बोल के भी क्वेश्चन होते हैं. So the question he had asked me was that if a coffee shop is opened in BKC, how many coffees he'll sell? And that is something, a similar question we had seen in GR batch where sir had said that एक Domino's outlet में से कितना revenue generate होता है. So I had taken about 5 to 6 minutes to answer that, and I had given him 2 approaches. That how it can be answered. वो पूरा आंसर के बाद उसने कुछ बोला ही नहीं, बोले ओके इंटरव्यू डन, बंद कर दिया. फिर बाद में सीधा HR का ही फोन आया कि हो गया पैसा वाला. So these are the questions which you can see in investment banking interviews. I had just seen a question, so I'll just cover that in comment section. That a number of students had asked that what are the domains in articleship which might favor you for IB, or those domains if you feel that IB interviews क्रैक नहीं हो रहे और बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम जा रहा है, तो तब तक कौन से फील्ड्स में आप जा सकते हो जिससे IB में स्विच कर सको. तो एक तो बुटीक IB फर्म्स में जा सकते हो, या फिर FDD और वैल्यूएशन. दीज टू आर द फील्ड्स विच आर सॉट आफ्टर बाय IB टीम्स. So you can switch to those teams also, prepare yourself, and then shift to IB. So that is also something which happens. That's it. Thank you.
Right. I think very well covered in detailed manner. Yes, Nandita, how was your interview experience? आपको क्या पूछा था? And other interviews you gave, you also said you cleared multiple interviews. So what all questions were asked to you? थोड़ा सा आप भी पेपर लीक कर दो.
So first off, हम I was grilled on finance. Like the interview, the work company in which I am working right now, I was fully grilled on finance, which I have already told. So secondly, मैंने एक और company में interview दिया था. उसमें of course I was grilled on finance and other things. But also the deal which I mentioned in my the resume, the deal which we closed in my articleship. So they were grilling me on that as well. कि What was the deal? How were you involved in it? क्या क्या काम किया था उसमें? वो deal किसकी है? And also कितनी बार वो ऐसा भी होता है कि दे ऑल्सो आस्क यू कि चलो जस्ट लेट मी नो कि क्या डील थी एंड पूरा उसका प्रोसेस बताओ कि ओके दिस वाज देयर व्हाट डिड यू डू वर यू देयर ऑन द बैक एंड ऑन द फ्रंट एंड डिड यू अटेंड द क्लाइंट मीटिंग्स ऑफ कोर्स आर्टिकलशिप में यू जस्ट अटेंड द कॉल्स आप सिर्फ एक बैक एंड में रहते हो कि ये काम किया है एंड दैट्स इट सो एक वो था ऑल्सो इन द इंटरव्यू विच आई before the one in that interview there was also they asked me to prepare a ppt on some Swiggy and dine out so I prepared the whole deck उसमें proper I have sourced the material and researched and it was my first time presenting the ppt so the what do you call it the professional way of presenting the ppt was very different and what they have said okay you have got the work done but it is not very professional so creating PPTs is also one of the things. You are good with financial models, you're good with Excel, advanced Excel, very good. But what I learned here in the company is it was my first or second day. I was sitting with my senior manager. I remember it very clearly because she asked me to prepare one of the slide in the deck and which was to be given like शाम तक उसको final करके देना था. I had to prepare like कुछ comparative models थे, sorry, comparative companies थी. I have to prepare like the logos, description and where they are located. So what you'll do, you present it in the table and then you give it. So that's what I did. I बेसिक सा एक टेबल बना के आई गेव इट देन शी वाज लाइक व्हाट इज दिस ये इतना बेसिक सा टेबल बनाया है देयर शुड बी सम प्रेजेंटेशन सम लोगोज एवरीथिंग सो preparing a professional ppt is also a thing तो आपको मतलब उस पे भी थोड़ा काम करना पड़ेगा यू आर गुड विद एक्सेल वेरी गुड नाउ स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन पीपीटीज एज वेल बिकॉज आर्टिकलशिप में इसका एक्सपोजर नहीं मिलता है किसी भी फॉर्म में चले जाओ यू वोंट बी गेटिंग हैंड्स ऑन योर पीपीटी सो वर्क ऑन दिस एज वेल लेकिन इसके बाद देयर वाज इंटरव्यूज लाइक what happened in one of my interviews I prepared a financial model through in and out like the moment after I cleared my like sorry not cleared I give written my exam तो उसके बाद एक डेढ़ महीना बचा था तो आई हैड टू डू समथिंग विच इज वेरी फ्रूटफुल या कुछ आई कैन ऐड इन माई रिज्यूम सो आई डिड सम क्लासेस ऑन यूट्यूब एंड देन प्रिपेयर्ड सम मॉडल्स ऑल्सो आई डिड सम छोटा मोटा इधर उधर कुछ विथ माई फ्रेंड्स की लेट्स डू सम फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग तो वहां से आई हैव प्रिपेयर्ड एक पूरा डिसिप्लिन तरीके से यू हैव टू सिट ऑन यूट्यूब देयर वुड बी लाइक वेरी लॉन्ग लॉन्ग वीडियोज like 5 6 hours you have to sit with those videos and prepare a model because of course if you are clearing this exam and like if you're becoming CA then if definitely if you're sitting in this into this whole session and you're going to apply for IB then just do this homework before your results are out because this actually help you Taki, you are already prepared you can upload it on Google Drive and then upload it on your resume and your cover letters also below your regard section that okay this is the work I've done these are the ppts these are my research and everything so this is the homework which I did and also ye wali cheez I used to mention it in my resume and everywhere like I have like just I've just sold it everywhere. Ki, okay, I've also presented the same in my interviews. Like I told my MD that also, so this is the thing I've prepared. I would like to show it. So I showed that model. I've given him the walkthrough. Like this is the thing. This is how. Then he asked me, how did you projected the revenues? How did you arrive at this number? Why did you take this number? So you also ये वाली चीज तो clear होनी चाहिए. Also, there is one more thing. If you are putting some number in your Excel sheet, you should be very thorough. Why are you choosing this number and why not like if you're choosing 5%, then why 5%? Why not 4.5? Why not 4.5, 4.6, 4.7? Why 5? You should be very clear with कि 5% क्यों है, कैसे आया और किस तरह से आया, what मतलब past financial से आया है, ठीक है तो कितना ग्रोथ परसेंट, कंट्री का इन्फ्लेशन क्या है, क्या चल रहा है मार्केट में, कितना मैक्रो है, कितना क्या होगा, सो एवरीथिंग। बिकॉज कितनी बार ऐसा होता है क्लाइंट कॉल्स में, यू आस्क टू चेंज द ग्रोथ रेट, तो आपको कितनी बार बोलते हैं कि लाइक नो, डोंट मेक इट 5, मेक इट 2, मेक इट 3, देन यू हैव टू लाइक, बिकॉज यू आर इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकर, आपने अगर वही मॉडल बनाया तो बहुत सोच समझ के 5 डाला होगा, so you have to sell that 5 also. कि sir, this is here because of this, and I think this is the justified number. तो ये वाली चीज भी है. So yeah, that's it.
Got it. Got it. Great. I think correctly told out. Right. That is there. We'll now open the forum for the audience. Just could be doubts, right? You can put it out in the chat. Definitely, we'll be happy to answer it out, whatever doubts you have. ठीक है, जो भी डाउट्स है, अगर आपको कोई दुख दर्द पीड़ा या एनीथिंग यू वांट टू आस्क आवर स्पीकर्स अराउंड, विल बी हैप्पी टू टेक योर डाउट्स व्हिच इज देयर रिलेटेड टू इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंकिंग. We have just 5 minutes with us. We'll take doubts in the short. Expected CTC, there's no range of a CTC, to be honest. When you start with a boutique firm, it might start with many of the boutique firms might hire you as a research analyst or intern, right? It might offer you 15,000 ka stipend or 50,000 also. After that, they might convert you into full time. That is also there. But if you try to get into, say, for example, mid office of JP Morgan somewhere, you might get somewhere around 20-21 lakh, which is there, right? तो कोई range नहीं है. I've also seen one of my student have got placed into investment banking with the highest package ever in the CA history was around 45 odd lakhs, which is there. So that is also we have seen around. ठीक है, तो पैसा is not a limit. The question is, number one, are you ready to work hard? Number two, are you good with numbers? Number three, are you good with analytical skills and thought process? तो काफी सारी चीजें हैं which you have to develop in this journey around. That is what it is. Ashish is saying beyond financial modeling, is there anything we have to pursue for IB? Ideally, अभी तो पहले financial modeling सीखो. Second, I think which they highlighted it very nicely was art of selling, right? You need to learn the art of a storytelling. How do you present yourself in a better manner? Pitch presentations or deck presentation is something which is also nowadays asked in many of the interviews. Okay, that is there. So that is something they can ask. After 5 to 10 years in IB, what about a work-life balance? तो of course जब आप मैनेजर पोजीशन पे आ जाते हो तो फिर आप ग्राउंड वर्क नहीं करते हो, है ना? तो ग्राउंड वर्क इज मोस्टली डन बाय फर्स्ट लेवल पीपल आउट, एंड मोस्टली यू आर गोना बी हायर्ड एज एन एनालिस्ट, राइट? तो एनालिस्ट लेवल पे यू आर गोना बी मोर ऑन द ग्राउंड एंड द टोस, बट व्हेन यू आर मैनेजर, you know how to rotate and rule the things around. Uh, 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 done. Course I've already told you out, right? You guys can check my channel. There are a lot of videos I've uploaded on financial modeling and analysis of financial statements. You can run through it. The only problem in a pain, you have to do it. ठीक है, दिक्कत वही है कि आपको करना पड़ेगा. That is there. ठीक है. You can check our website. We also have a financial modeling course. You can refer the same. I don't have any deal experience how to get into IB. Again, same thing, right? IB में एक चीज just want to add on. A reference is something which plays a very big role. To be honest, मतलब आप किसके reference से आए हो, किसके connect से आए हो, that is very important. So that is something which might play a good role in it. Even if you don't have a great exposure in IB, right? As Rudransh mentioned, अगर IB नहीं मिलता, you might try to get into FTD or valuation or deal side, right? That is what you can start your career with, and then you can shift to as and when IB it's just there. Yes, sir. CA, CMA qualified with the high skills. देखो, again, what I'm telling you is degree is one of the factor which might help you out, but other factors definitely will be there. Oh my God, huh? There's a power cut at my place, but I think light is there. Got it. Which domain should I choose for articleship if I want to go into this? Right? अगर valuation मिलता है स्नेहा जी, तो I think that is one of the good domain you can go for. BDO में I think they might offer you IB side. BDO में मिल सकता है, but you can try it out. Just there. Where to get a references for IB? LinkedIn is a place where you can get a good references. How about an internship program provided by IB? डाउट, मतलब ऐसे कोई 1-2 महीने का इंटर्नशिप नहीं रहेगा. वो इंटर्नशिप आफ्टर दैट दे विल कन्वर्ट यू आउट. आजकल थोड़े से स्कैम भी चलते हैं, प्लीज इससे बच के रहना. वो बोलते हैं कि आपको इंटर्नशिप देंगे, उसके नाम पे आपको कोर्स भेज देते हैं. ठीक है, तो ये स्कैम से बस बचे रहना, नहीं तो फंस जाओगे. ठीक है, तो इट्स अ ट्रैप व्हिच इज देयर. दे बोलेंगे इंटर्नशिप दे रहे हैं. इंटर्नशिप ऐसी जहां पे आपको पैसा देना है. अरे ये इंटर्नशिप थोड़ी होती है. ठीक है, तो ऐसी भी चीजें चल रही है कहीं कहीं, राइट? थोड़ा सा आप बच के रहना, वो सब उल्लू बनाने की चीजें. ठीक है, दैट इज दैट. If articleship is an audit domain, it's possible to pursue into IB, not a problem. But the only thing and the pain you have to take is you should be good with numbers, you should be good with analysis, you should be good with financial models, right? और सीवी थोड़ा सा स्ट्रांग होना, प्रूफ ऑफ वर्क होना, एज रुद्रांश मेंशन, तो ये सब चीजें अगर आप रखते हो सीवी में तो वो एक एज होगा, right? That is what it is. How to good with numbers? I told you, numbers is something which is also very important, right? When you're going into IB. ठीक है. CFA मैंडेटरी नहीं है, बट है तो एज ही मिलता है, थोड़ा सा फायदा मिलता है, राइट? तो दैट इज व्हाट कैन हेल्प यू आउट. ऐसा नहीं कि मैंडेटरी होना चाहिए, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. ठीक है, डन डन डन. Right, I can understand a lot of doubts, right? Which is there. One thing which I'll share it to you guys. You guys can check my LinkedIn post for tomorrow. Right, tomorrow I'll share the list of IB forms on LinkedIn and with their career pages. So if you're interested, आप LinkedIn post पे जाना, like दबाना और links देख लेना. It might help you out, which is there. ठीक है. So definitely we'll take more doubts later, right? Those who have doubts, you can put it out in the comment section on the YouTube live. We'll be happy to take your doubts. And I think Rudransh, Nandini, and Nandita and Anuj have covered the things in a very nice way, right? बहुत अच्छे से इन्होंने बताया, and it was a great listening them out. Definitely will be happy to trouble them more, right, in upcoming days as and when opportunity comes. But it's time to thank them, right, and wish them all the best for their career and journey ahead, right? It was great interacting with each one of them. अब ये पैसे वाले लोग बनने वाले तो थोड़ा सा इनका मेरे को खातिरदारी करना पड़ेगा. Right, but definitely this people have done a great work in this journey. What they have done is they have invested the time wisely. मतलब कि आप टाइम वेस्ट मत करो गाइस, प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट एंड बॉटलनेक है टाइम, राइट? अगर आप यही चीज रिजल्ट के बाद बोलोगे कि मेरा सीवी आउटशाइन हो जाए, मॉडल बन जाए, नहीं होगा. टाइम लगेगा यार, एक दिन में नहीं होगा. वो शक्ल का बुम बुम की पेंसिल नहीं है कि आज घुमाए और कल हो जाएगा, राइट? मॉडलिंग सीखने में भी टाइम लगता है और नंबर क्रंचिंग सीखने में टाइम लगता है, स्टोरी टेलिंग सीखने में टाइम लगेगा. इट टेक्स टाइम, तो गुड थिंग्स टेक्स टाइम एंड इट इज द राइट टाइम टू इन्वेस्ट इन ऑल दिस व्हिच इज देयर. ठीक है, तो गाइस आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट एवरीवन दोस हु आर कनेक्टेड ऑन द जूम, वीडियो ऑन करके अनम्यूट करके जोरदार तालियों के साथ थैंक यू बोलेंगे, राइट, टू ऑल द स्पीकर्स दोस हु आर देयर. और यूट्यूब की जनता, यू कैन यूज द चैट बॉक्स.
Thank you, bro.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Rudransh.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
thanks
you.
Anuj,
sir.
thanks Rudransh, thanks Nandita. Really happy to have you, and I wish you all the best for your journey ahead. Right, we'll be in touch, and definitely we'll love to keep troubling you more and more.
Sure, sure, sure. Thank you so
बोल
much.
रहा हूँ आज बॉम्बे में बारिश हो गई, सबके ऑफिस जल्दी खत्म हो गए.
Actually, मैंने आपको कहा ना कि I was not able to come. मैं अभी भी एक कैफे के अंदर बैठ के ले रहा हूँ, मेरा डेटा 2 बार चले गया है. जो सामने आइसक्रीम देने वाले भैया उनके डेटा पे मैं ये कर रहा हूँ.
That's the spirit. That is what an investment banker can do. That is what an investment banker can do. But really
That
happy
is what
that.
a baby can do.
Actually,
That is
I'd
that.
just like to highlight here. So what Anuj is doing, he's doing venture capital, and that is something कि IB वालों को भी वो करना होता है because he is into buy side और उसमें बहुत
Yeah.
दिमाग लगता है. IB में बहुत ज्यादा मेहनत होती है. In fact, one of the reasons why I'm into IB is that in future कभी तो I might switch to buy side also. मतलब अब वो पता नहीं है. बट अब मैंने VC के लिए भी इक्वली ट्राई किया था. अ वेरी बिग थिंग कि अनुज को मिल भी गया और बढ़िया काम कर रहा है. ग्रेट थिंग.
मैंने भी
Nice.
आईडी के लिए ट्राई किया.
You guys can catch up.
तो पता
You
नहीं
guys can
चला.
catch up. Both of you
चलो
are in
चलो चलो
Bombay.
ओके.